Now at 8 o'clock on WKYT, a man is dead after a police-involved shooting overnight. We'll have the full report next. And they're calling it a freak accident. A Laurel County teenager is dead after being hit by a train. Police are still gathering evidence. And Lexington police are investigating multiple shootings over the weekend. We'll break down those cases in just a few minutes here on WKYT This Morning.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on your Sunday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Mike Linden. Back to normal, it seems, this April, with 10.5 inches of rain so far this season, this month rather. Let's just add some more, right? Might as well, because that's what we're dealing with right now. Live First Alert Defender looking pretty wet on the radar sweep this morning, and we will continue to see more wet weather in the forecast as we work our way through this Sunday. Looking right now at just a portion of Anderson County as well as Franklin County. Following along the western corridor of I-64 is that heavy rainfall set to impact the Commonwealth today. Working its way northward from the Gulf of Mexico, more low pressure off to the west of us. We'll talk about that later, though. But that low pressure to the south of us right now triggering some strong thunderstorms in central Tennessee. So coming up in about 10 minutes, I'll put a track on this particular storm as well as what looms to our west that's set to set us up for the work week ahead. That's all 10 minutes from now. Sean?
All right, Mike, thank you. New this morning, a man is dead and an investigation underway after an officer-involved shooting overnight in Jessamine County. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live from Wilmore this morning, where state police are following up on that investigation. Good morning, Hillary.
Good morning, Sean. I just spoke with a woman who has lived on the street just over from where this all happened for more than 50 years. She says nothing like this has ever happened here since she's lived here. Kentucky State Police say it all started around 1:15 when officers with the Wilmore Police Department came out to a home here on Hinkle Street, which is just a few blocks over from Asbury University's campus. Troopers say when those Wilmore officers arrived, there was a man standing outside in the yard with a gun. They say gunfire then broke out and the suspect was fatally shot. No officers were injured.
We're still trying to look into exactly what transpired and why Wilmore was here. Some of the initial information was that they've been out at this residence multiple times for several different things.
Now, troopers say they are also looking into if drugs or alcohol played a role in this shooting. They're also still investigating whether or not that suspect pointed his gun at the officers. Live in Jessamine County, Hillary Thornton, back to you.
Hillary, thank you. Officials are calling this a freak accident. A Laurel County teenager is dead after being hit by a train. The deputy coroner says 17-year-old William Walters was walking near railroad tracks near Tackett Road in Lilly when he was killed. WKYT's Garrett Weimer spoke with one of Walters' friends.
One girl who says she had a class with William Walters described him as a smart kid and someone who was nice to everybody, really the kind of person who's really going to be missed. Others say they'll never forget him.
He's an amazing guy with an amazing personality.
According to the deputy coroner, it was around 3 o'clock in the morning, just a quarter of a mile away from this railroad crossing near Tackett Spur Road. William Walters was out with his cousin and brother to go camping, deputies say. They had gone to get things to build a fire, and he was waiting on them to come back when he was hit. Deputies say the train operator saw him on the tracks and tried to stop, but it was too late.
Always knew how to make me laugh when I was down. We actually had plans to hang out sometime this weekend, but didn't get to.
Those who knew William say they're having a hard time coming to grips with his death because of how much he meant to them. One girl says he was like a brother to her ever since she moved here, and it won't be the same without him.
I was walking actually at breakfast trying to find somewhere to sit, and he welcomed me. He was like, "You want to sit with me and my friends?" I said, "Sure." Ever since then, we've been best friends. He looked up, I looked up to him. He always had my back.
I also talked to some other friends of William's who say he was a big part of their youth group. They say they plan on wearing black to church in his memory. In Laurel County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Now, according to the deputy coroner, there's no sign that drugs or alcohol were in Walters' system at the time. In Madison County, a man is recovering from a serious tractor crash. Richmond police say a semi-truck driver rear-ended a farmer on a tractor yesterday afternoon on Duncannon Lane. The impact threw the driver from the tractor, and he was then hit by that tractor. Police say he was taken to UK Hospital with a head injury. We don't have his updated condition this morning. Lexington police are investigating a number of shootings over the past day. Police are looking for two men who they say shot someone during a break-in. Officers were called to an apartment along Bryan Avenue at around 9:30 last night. They say two men broke into the apartment and shot at someone living there, hitting that person in the hip. Now police are on the lookout for those two men.
They were last seen fleeing on foot southbound on Bryan Avenue. They're described as medium build, either Hispanic or black men, and they both had their faces covered.
We're told the victim has non-life-threatening injuries and is expected to be okay. And just a few hours earlier, police were called to another shooting on 6th Street. Police say around 7:45, a man was shot in the arm at the intersection of 6th and Ohio Streets. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police are still investigating that case. They say some cars in a home were also hit.
I didn't see it at first, but when the officer got back in his car, that's when I noticed up under my license plate that my car had been hit. So it's by the grace of God, I'm still here.
Police say they don't have a good description of the shooter in that case. A Central Kentucky man is facing charges after police said he led them on a chase. Bergen police arrested Jordan Miller Friday morning. They say he ran multiple stoplights in Harrodsburg, almost causing a wreck. Police say he drove into a pond, causing the officer chasing him to drive into that pond as well. They say Miller got out of the car and took off. Police later caught up with him. They say Miller had 3 passengers in that car during a chase. More than a dozen people are in jail this morning after a large meth bust in Laurel County. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office said 16 people were arrested Friday night in connection with an interstate meth investigation. The Sheriff's Office says they've been working with London Police and the DEA for more than 2 years on that case. They say it has connections with meth manufacturers in Georgia. They say all 16 people are charged with conspiracy to distribute meth, and some others will receive charges as well. Well, the WKYT this morning is just getting started. When we come back, a man and his dog are reunited after saving each other's lives. We'll have the story and hear from the man himself when WKYT This Morning returns.
Well, yesterday was nice, right? Well, it's raining again, and it's just the beginning of the rain. Looking at some strong storms working their way northward through Tennessee. That's set to set us up for Sunday and Monday. That's all coming up right after a quick break.